Sorry, I had to clear my throat. This is me, Dark Meta. Sorry, calm down. I'm sorry, I won't do that. I'll probably do that again. I won't lie. This is no. Here's a commentary video for you. Let's do a commentary video. We don't need all that other extra crap.
Feeling like an
get right into the video.
Absolute champ afterwards. But to really understand why nostalgia is so profitable.
All right, well, I mean,
why we love that shit so much we eat it up like mac and cheese. Fuck. We have to understand the true blood.
This is not supposed to be a critique on this girl or her content, but I'm commenting my thoughts on what I'm watching, and this is, come on, dude.
Definition of nostalgia. Nostalgia is a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Nostalgia is a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically for a period or place with happy, personal, who cares?
Like, really? You couldn't even read the last word, and that was the joke? That was the joke? You had and like you went through the whole thing, like, just I don't get this is fucking Gen Z comedy humor shit. What the fuck?
We all know what nostalgia is. But what about nostalgia?
Okay, we all know what nostalgia is. Well, then what the fuck are you talking about, dude? No, we don't. If we're here, we're like, what is it? And you're trying to explain what it is to us. Then why are you even telling us? If we all know what it is, then it doesn't need an explanation. I hate when people say that. Here's the thing. Let's really think about what it actually is. Let's break it down. Well, and then they say the technical definition, but then they don't complete the analysis. Well, we all know what it is. Okay. Why didn't you just fucking say that in the beginning and skip the whole 90% explanation?
For a time and place that you didn't even live in, huh?
Well,
but what about nostalgia for a time and place that you didn't even live in, huh? What about that? I'm looking at you, Gen Zers.
What about it? Aren't you a fucking Gen Zer? How old are you? 40? You look like you're fucking 9, dude.
Talk? What is...
No, I mean, come on, dude. You look like you're 19, bro.
This hair. You were born in 2003, not 1993.
Like tops, maybe. I don't know. Maybe 17, 18. Aren't you? What is the generation now, dude? What, it's another one after the Z? Z2? What are you? Look at that. What is that? Boy Meets World? That's some old school shit.
And you didn't have...
Okay, sorry. Let's listen to what she's saying. And I'll get my whole point was what she's saying. I'm like, no, that's not true.
To endure the pain of people on TikTok. What is this hair? You were born in 2003, not 1993, and you didn't have to endure the pain of skinny jeans being in style. I'm so jealous. Half of you didn't even have vinyls until Tumblr.
Okay, but what about it? Yeah, what is this hair? I mean, trends go in a cycle. Like, things come back as retro. People see older shit and they like that older shit and they're like, oh wow, that looks cool, and they start doing it, and then other people see that shit and start doing it too. That's how every fucking thing happens. Ever. With any trend. People see it and they're like, initially 1 or 2 people do it and see it. Doesn't matter what time period it was from. Somebody could see a 1920s fucking suit and hat. Oh, that's cool. Then a bunch of other people see it and it becomes a retro kind of thing. Well, guess what? That did happen. Vintage clothing, shopping at secondhand shops is a huge subculture, like community of people. Well, why are you even doing that? I mean, because they see the stuff. Why did those people wear those particular clothes? Okay. Look at the clothes. Look at the stuff. Listen to the music. Obviously, there's something there. If it was so good back then, you're longing and yearning for that feeling. Well, that goodness is still there. That's what people connect to. And it allows them to have like a tunnel connection to the past where, no, they didn't live in the past, but I wasn't alive, whatever year, and then something else came out. I don't know. Somebody's like not alive wearing blue jeans. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You live in a castle, you don't have blue jeans. I'm having a Biden moment.
Made it cool again in 2012, 13? What is this, 1960? Or all these comments on this Japanese city pop compilation? Music from the 80s, 90s Japan? We didn't live in that time or place. What the hell are you nostalgic for? Well, nostalgia for a time beyond our own is actually...
Well, they're not real. I mean, who claims to be... This is what I don't get, though. Who claims that they were nostalgic for that time? No one ever. People are just into that shit. I don't get it.
A funny phenomenon called...
What's your point is like what? People are just into that kind of stuff. I've never been to Japan, but guess what? I love a bunch of Japanese shit. Go look at Deco. All my apparel from Japan. Like, he even memes on himself because he's super into that culture. He doesn't have to live in Japan, which he actually did, but I digress.
Anemoia. Not to be confused with the lack of red blood cells or houses for clownfish. And you want to know why this happens?
Yes, well, you don't know why it happens, and I know that because I already watched this part, but anemoia happens because of a yearning for a feeling, not for the specific time. And it's kind of weird that somebody so young is trying to explain a concept to people who, you're either in two groups. You're either not that super young and you understand because you have had good times before that were way back in the past during a certain era. Now it's now. Okay, so you will understand it. And in that case, you're explaining it to someone who does understand it already, but you don't because you haven't lived through it. It's something you can't fully understand until you experience it. I'm not saying, maybe you are thinking of it like nostalgic for your specific childhood. Okay, then how do you not understand why other people would be nostalgic for their childhood? Other people want to have that same kind of feeling.
Because nostalgia isn't real. Nostalgia has long been known not to represent the actual past, but rather the past as we imagine it.
See, none of this makes any sense. Of course it's real. It's a feeling. It's like a thought, a concept. So it's intangible, but it's still nevertheless real. A fantasy is real, not tangible, but it exists as a thought. Whoever wrote this doesn't make sense. Has long been known to not represent the actual past. I mean, yes, it does. Like, I used to sit on the first MPC and make beats. I used to sit on the Roland TB303 with a TR909 connected to a MIDI clock and make beats. I think about those memories and have those feelings and think about that time in the past and become nostalgic for that time, a yearning for that time. Like, you're defining it, but then contradicting yourself. I'm not upset, by the way. I'm just hyped up. I'm like, its yearnings are not times we really experienced. I mean, it could be that, but typically it is. It's like, I miss the times being like around certain people and certain times, and it doesn't have to be childhood. I'm nostalgic for times 6 years ago, and I'm well beyond my teens.
It is a fantasy, plain and simple. Its yearnings are not for times we really experienced, but for times we'd like to think we experienced.
Who? Like, in what situation? I don't understand. Maybe that's, some people in some cases? I don't know.
This makes sense when taken into a personal context. We tend to see our own early years as more idyllic than they really were. Which explains why even if your childhood kinda sucked, you...
Okay, but see, this is the thing. She's explaining a certain aspect that does not apply to all of the things. Yes, some people do this, but you're using this thing within the umbrella term of nostalgia. One piece of what people do under that umbrella, you're using to define the whole umbrella.
Still feel some type of warm feeling when you hear this. Existential crisis aside, let's dive into the many profitabilities of nostalgia and...
That's about it. I made my point.